Everyone, please stand and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm happy to welcome everyone of the students, faculty, school board, and family members here today to our National Honor Society induction ceremony. I am Rebecca Huxell, the Society President of our prestigious chapter. Tonight we'll be welcoming 11 new members and recognizing our 8 seniors. I would like to take a moment to thank the parents, teachers, coaches, faculty here tonight. It is with their help that we are all able to be here tonight to recognize these individuals. It is the support that you provide that has pushed all of us beyond the expectations. Thank you for all of your unhindered guidance and encouragement. And now to congratulate our National Honor Society members for making it to this point. I am proud to share this moment with you as we welcome 11 inspired juniors to this chapter and to acknowledge the hard work of our 8 dedicated seniors. Although we may exceed in academics, this is only one small part. Every one of us are held to the high degree of the 4 requirements for membership in which we have exceeded: scholarship, leadership, community service, and character, the 4 pillars of National Honor Society. We are all leaders with our personal strengths and weaknesses, giving back what we can to the community in which we thrive. As National Honor Society members, we are expected to keep up the high standards set before us. We are taking tonight to praise you and your accomplishments as you make our school, teachers, and family proud. Thank you again for your presence here tonight.
Membership in the White Mountain chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by the 11 candidates sitting before you through their effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that are held in esteem by the society, namely the pillars of scholarship, leadership, character, and service.
Scholarship is defined as academic study or achievement. It is characterized by the motivation of learning that is developed by a successful student. Scholarship in a person is developed through experience, observation, learning from failures and shortcomings, and building on successes. To achieve high scholarship, a student must want to hone their intellectual skills to the best of their abilities. They must work hard towards their goals and put in the effort and time to create for themselves a drive to be knowledgeable. Scholarship is a pillar of character that leads to much success in life and can only be gained and displayed through the motivation and passion needed to develop it. For these inductees and present members of the National Honor Society, scholarship is not all about wanting to earn good grades. For many, passing the next test or completing their homework on time is all that matters in their intelligence. For members of LHS, however, it's the drive to learn more about themselves, the world around them, and the journey along the way. This journey is what defines one's scholarship and is the foundation of their success. For this is the experience that you need to gain the ability to think. And as Albert Einstein once said, education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Pink represents divine wisdom, value, strength, and an attribute of dignity. It becomes symbolic of scholarship. I will now light the candle of scholarship.
When I hear the word service, I think of unity, a helping hand, and kindness. With service, anyone can make a difference. I would like to share a quote by Mahatma Gandhi. The quote is, "Be the change you want to see in the world." Taking part in service not only will make a difference to you, but will make a difference to those around you. Service inspires and requires others to work together and to come together as one. The act of service betters your character, your future, and the way you handle life. To service is to minister and help in various ways. It's not for show or publicity, but simply to enrich and help the lives of others and your own life. By dedicating your own time and efforts, it creates a deep sense of fulfillment. I believe it helps the welfare of many by meeting the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. Service to others is a very important part of making a community and is a pillar of NHS because it demonstrates hard work, passion, commitment, and respect. Red brings to our minds bravery, courage, valor, and the blare of trumpets, the call to arms. Thus it becomes symbolic of service. I will now light the candle of service.
Leadership. It is what drives us onto the soccer field day after day, even as snow begins to coat our fields. It is the courageous act of being on stage as people watch. We've all had a time in our lives where we've had to face a daunting task. What got you through it? Was it simply courage, or was there other people there supporting you? Perhaps the members encouraging you from the front row, your teachers in the classroom, the coaches yelling from the sidelines, or your peers sitting next to you. It is the leadership we see in our lives. We see it every day, but how do we define it? Leadership is not telling people what to do. It's not knowing everything there is to know, or about being the loudest voice. And I certainly know it's not about being always right. Leadership is the ability to inspire and instill confidence in those around you. Leaders are the helping hand, the voice from across the court, prompting you to shoot. We are the leaders of self-esteem and the initiative to do what is right. Leaders are those that you will find doing the right thing even when no one is watching, and you know you can count on them. A quote from Jim Rohn, an American entrepreneur, author, and motivational speaker, reminds us of the challenges as leaders we face every day. The challenge of leadership is to be strong, but not rude. Be kind, but not weak. Be bold, but not bully. Be thoughtful, but not lazy. Be humble, but not timid. Be proud, but not arrogant. Have humor, but without folly. As one of the pillars of National Honor Society, we strive to be strong, influential individuals, and as members, we have been selected to be leaders within our school. We already know that you express the characteristics of a leader, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Leadership is one of the qualities that will never leave you. It is the unwavering light in each and every one of us. We are all born with this light, but it is with our knowledge and experiences that it burns brighter. Purple represents power. The regal color denoting superiority becomes symbolic of leadership. I will now light the candle of leadership.
Character is defined as the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. High level of character means that one demonstrates admirable traits such as honesty and courage, and they try to improve in any aspects that they seem to be lacking. Maintaining a high level of character is crucial and necessary for one to join National Honor Society. High level of character is critical in excelling in any activities even after high school. Throughout history, many important men and women have spoken of the importance of character. One of our acclaimed president, Abraham Lincoln, once stated, "Character is like a tree, and reputation like a shadow." The shadow is what we think of it. The tree is the real thing. Character plays a significant role in how we interact in society and how society judges each other. I honestly believe that everyone sitting up here today has their own distinct character that will benefit NH as a whole. But we all share one common character, and that is one of dedication to leadership, service, scholarship, to constantly improving ourselves and striving to do what is right. White represent purity and truth. We find in the art of the Middle Ages scenes of friendship draped in white. Thus, it becomes symbolic of character. I will now light the candle of character.
A great deal of our program tonight is devoted to the introduction to you, the newest members of our chapter of the National Honor Society. The 11 new members being inducted are bright, creative, talented individuals who have demonstrated their merit in each of the 4 pillars just described. We are pleased to be welcoming each of them into the membership tonight. New members, please stand when your name is called.
Sophia Skidmore, please stand. What better time to induct Sophie Skidmore than in her favorite season of fall? I met Sophie her freshman year during soccer season. I immediately loved having her on the team, in the sport that she's been playing since she was 5. She amazed me at how hard she worked, not only in soccer, cheer, or softball, but also in school and in the community. Sophie is currently taking classes in the health science program and wants to go to college for pre-med and to eventually become a doctor and work in OB/GYN. She exceeds our 50-hour graduation minimum of community service with over 165 hours from participating in Life Bridge since the 7th grade and for doing a mission trip to help rebuild homes after Hurricane Sandy in 2013. I am happy to welcome Sophie Skidmore to the National Honor Society. Congratulations.
Emily Dane, please stand. Emily strikes me as a type of person who excels in time management. I did not know Emily prior to our first NHS meeting together, so when I first sat down and interviewed Emily for this ceremony, I noticed that she was very straightforward with her answers. I wasn't surprised to learn that she participates in 3 different sports during the school year. Emily also works at Schuber Shoes during the weekend, so if anyone needs a pair of good shoes, you can meet her there. Emily tries her best in everything she does while being friendly and helpful to those around her. I know for sure that Emily will love being a member of this group, and I'm sure I can speak for the rest of the seniors here that we are looking forward to working with her and getting to know her better. I'm honored to introduce Emily to NHS. Congratulations.
Jillian Horner, please stand. This evening, I have the honor of introducing Miss Jillian Horner as she is inducted into the National Honor Society. Jillian is very involved and committed at Littleton High School. Along with being a field hockey player, musician, and the president of the Student Council, she spends her summers working for the Littleton community as a summer park and rec counselor. Jillian is my go-to girl for anything needed in the school and community. When I can't babysit for a family, I give them Jillian's number. If I can't show up for a service event, why not ask Jillian? And even when I need some reassurance on a great idea, it's Jillian I go to. She is a busy girl when it comes to all of her commitments, but she always makes time to give back. Through her combined years here at LHS, she has received over 100 community service hours. Jillian's future looks very bright as she is aiming to become a dental hygienist after her time here at Littleton. I am so honored to invite Jillian into this prestigious society and help her plant footsteps for her 2 younger sisters to follow. Congratulations.
Abigail Morris, please stand. Abby is an extremely passionate and motivated student and an excellent candidate for NHS. She hopes to become an anesthesiologist in her future and has taken steps such as enrolling in the Health Science Tech class, in which she will participate in the LNA program next year to achieve her dream. She has gained 80 community service hours, and this past summer, she worked at the Littleton Coin Company. Throughout high school, she has maintained stellar grades and been on the honor roll for every single quarter. She has participated in various extracurricular activities such as drama, athletics, and student council, in which she has become the vice president of this past year. She will be an extremely welcome member to our group. Congratulations to Abby on her induction into National Honor Society.
Will Zachary LaHoop please stand? Zach is a junior this year, and I have had the pleasure to get to know him better from playing soccer this year. Zach participates in many more activities than soccer, however. He has been his class treasurer for 4 years, the student council treasurer, and FBLA member, and is part of the tennis and ski team as well. Although Zach is highly involved with extracurricular activities, he still manages to find ways to participate in community service events, such as Littleton Youth Soccer, Littleton Police Department Night Volunteer, and Hand in Hand Catholic Charity. With all of these accomplishments, I believe Zach will be an ideal member of National Honor Society, and I look forward to Zach joining our chapter. Congratulations.
Susan Aubin, please stand. We could not be more delighted to have Miss Susan join National Honor Society and serve the community alongside us. Through the years I have known Susan, she has always had this type of glowing presence when she walks into a room. From her cute outfits, radiant smile, and loving personality, it is no surprise to me she was accepted into this society. She's a committed athlete to Littleton High School, participating in soccer, the ski team, tennis, and I'm crossing my fingers she joins the basketball team this winter with me. Along with being a full-time student and athlete, she is a determined young woman, keeping a part-time job through the school year at Olympia Sports. Susan, congratulations on being accepted to the society. We will enjoy your presence throughout the upcoming year.
Will Riley Clark please stand? Enthusiastic and passionate are just a few words to describe Riley's demeanor. I've known Riley for quite some time now, and although it took some convincing to get her to apply, I believe she will fit perfectly here in National Honor Society. She enjoys volunteering and has given her time to helping at the Rock Estate and often helps out with Littleton Youth Soccer. She has also played soccer since she has been in kindergarten. As I've gotten to know Riley, I've noticed something. She gets distracted very easily. But once she has her sights set on her goal, there's no stopping her from accomplishing that goal. With Riley's induction into National Honor Society, I look forward to seeing her continuing to grow as a person, and I know she will become a vital member of our group. Congratulations, Riley.
Please stand. Ben is someone that I've grown to admire over the past year. I'm very glad that I chose to play soccer this year because if I hadn't, I wouldn't have gotten to know and become good friends with Ben. Ben has consistently kept his grades up throughout his 3 years of high school. Ben has been a part of the soccer team and ski team since 7th grade and has won 3 maroon and white awards. Ben had also shown his commitment to giving back to the community by volunteering to referee youth soccer since grade 7. I know without a doubt that Ben Sweeney will be a valuable contributing member to NHS, and it's my pleasure to welcome Ben into the National Honor Society. Congratulations.
Would Stephen Cote please stand up? Stephen and I have known each other for a while, and I can honestly say it's been a great experience of getting to know him through drama. Stephen has participated in 18 plays spanning over 9 years since he was 8 years old. His most notable efforts, though, are in his community service. Stephen has logged over 200 hours in events that include playing the piano for hospital patients and Cub Scout training activities. Stephen is a man of many talents, displayed by his magic trick performances at children's birthday parties and by trying out for the basketball team for the first time this year. From learning just a tiny bit about Stephen, I have no doubt he'll be a valuable asset to the National Honor Society. Congrats.
Will Katrine Dexter please stand? I'm pleased to welcome Kat as a new NHS member. I got to know Kat last year when I had ethics class with her. And from that, I can tell you that she is a very outgoing, hardworking, and intelligent person. Kat is a very talented girl. She has played field hockey for 5 years now and is currently on the varsity field hockey team. Ever since her kindergarten year, she has been a big part of cheer, which shows her dedication and commitment. Kat has also done a lot for the community. She has approximately 119 community service hours from helping out with the youth clinic at Lakeway, coaching cheer magic at Evergreen, helping with stage crew for high school plays, and so much more. On top of all these activities, she finds time to manage a job at Clark's Trading Post. Kat plans to go to a 4-year college to become a forensic technician, and I just want to say that she can do whatever she puts her mind to and will be very successful wherever she goes in life. With all that said, I can't wait to get to know Kat better and to have her as a new member to National Honor Society. Congratulations, Kat.
Brody Fillion, please stand. I've had the privilege of knowing Brody for quite some time now. Brody's the type of kid who never gives up. Over the years, Brody has become a very talented baseball player who's consistently improving his game by working out and playing AAU. Through all this dedication, Brody has helped his baseball team go undefeated and win a state championship. Giving back to the community is very important to Brody. He has gone above our required number of community service hours by logging over 80 hours of his time in volunteer efforts. Brody is also a valuable member of student council and the basketball team. I am honored to welcome Brody Fillion into the National Honor Society. Congratulations.
Good evening. First of all, I want to let you know that has never happened before, ever. We've always been able to light the candles, so I don't think I'll ever get anyone to be the first to light a candle again. I'll have to prep them next year. So, I would like to extend my personal thanks to each of you for joining us this evening for our annual induction ceremony of the White Mountain chapter of the National Honor Society. Tonight we'll be honoring and congratulating these most deserving members of our junior and senior classes. Some of these young men and women are being inducted while others are continuing their journey in the White Mountain chapter. The new members we are inducting were chosen by the Faculty Council based on their superior skills, knowledge, and abilities in the fields of scholarship, leadership, character, and service. I would now like to ask Mrs. Melanson to come forward for the presentation of the National Honor Society certificates of memberships to our inductees. Emily Dane. Abigail Morris. Susan Aubin. Benjamin Sweeney. Katrin Dexter. Sophia Skidmore. Jillian Horner. Zachary Lahoot.
Riley Clark. Stephen Cote. And Brody Fillion. Over the past 12 months, the following second year members of our chapter have shown great maturity and resolve in balancing their studies, their duties and responsibilities, along with the countless other demands placed upon them. We recognize them tonight for this dedication. Seniors, this honor is given to you who have demonstrated your worthiness and ability. The pin which we present to you this evening symbolizes one of the greatest achievements in your high school life. This insignia given will prove in your membership wherever you may go in any school in our land. The colors of the society and of the pins we bestow upon you tonight are blue and gold. Blue being the symbol of truth and gold being the light by which truth radiates throughout the world. I would like to again ask Mrs. Melanson to come forward for the presentation of the National Honor Society pins. Rebecca Huxell. Avery Chang. Madison Norman. Abhinay Bora. Griffin Northrop. Gabe Annan. Emma Bogardus. And Cooper Paradise. In a moment, our new members will recite the National Honor Society Pledge, conferring upon them membership in our chapter. Now I invite these inductees to stand and to light their candles of membership.
pledge myself
pledge myself
always to seek the light of truth,
always to seek the light of truth,
to hold scholarly habits,
to hold scholarly habits,
to engage in worthy service,
to engage in worthy service,
to lead forward in all things
to lead forward in all things
that shall advance the welfare
that shall advance the welfare
of the school and my community.
of the school and my community.
I pledge myself
I pledge myself
to uphold the high purposes of this society,
to uphold the high purposes of this society,
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
striving in every way,
striving in every way,
by word and deed,
by word and deed,
to make its ideals
to make its ideals
the ideals of my school and my life.
the ideals of my school and my life.
I would now like to introduce Mr. Demers to come to the podium.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me here tonight to speak to you, the incoming National Honor Society members, as well as those returning for the second year pin. Induction into the Honor Society, it is difficult and selective, therefore congratulations are both earned and honored. I hope that applause created a sense of pride in you. You need that emotion to help guide you on your path. If you think that entry and acceptance into the local chapter was difficult and stressful, well, then you're in for a surprise. The National Honor Society is a well-respected organization that assists in nurturing and development of the students and leaders of our community. It also helps to develop those students into high-functioning, morally sound in judgment young adults, as well as individuals who are empathetic and personally giving to the success of society. This is important because when you find yourself confronted with what society at large deems normal, contradicting that which those in the leadership position believe to be best for society, it will not be easy. This position holds great responsibility, and as such, it holds the potential for abuse. We have entrusted you to represent that position amongst your peers. And that means that you will be expected to find the strength to stand your moral ground when faced with opposition from unhealthy social norms. For example, gossip will be considered normal in the course of the day for many students, but must not be part of your day. And if it is, it must be because you have chosen to teach others that gossip not only hurts the individual, but hurts society at large as well. It creates a sense of unwantedness and develops defensive mechanisms that prove to be a barrier for any teamwork to be completed. We as a society are successful because of emotional investment in our social group. And when we destroy that with hate, we diminish the chances of the success of our social group. Theft and cheating are the deliberate act of taking something from someone who has the right to object, has the right to that object or thought. If you should take that object, it must only be with their permission, and then honor is due to them, whether it be money or recognition or some other form of payment. There are people in society who believe that if they are smart enough to trick you into a losing deal, then it is your fault for not catching them, and they deserve to take that from you. That is not honorable and should not be part of your practice. It steps on the success of others for your own selfish benefit. It is theft, pure and simple. These examples are meant to help you in understanding that when doing what is right conflicts with what you are being told is acceptable, we expect you to use your moral compass based upon sound principles and to not stop there. Continue to teach those around you what honor and integrity really mean. These principles are scholarship, leadership, service, and character. They are spoken about frequently when in the Honor Society. by focusing on the pride you have here tonight while reflecting on those principles and supporting each other while battling dangerous social norms, you can be successful in creating a world that is intellectually stimulating while filled with growth and kindness, a world with little fear and much support, a world in which your society feels safe. I know that you all have the ability to excel at what you choose to do. The proof in that is that you sit here tonight. I ask you to leave here just as committed to your community and your values as you have to your textbooks. In doing so, you will help to make a safer, more intellectually rooted, and stronger community than before you became members of the National Honor Society. In closing, leave here tonight being proud that you can help to create a safe society. Leave here tonight ready to do good work. Leave here tonight accepting that challenge and lean on us and each other when necessary. This group can reshape the world, and if it chooses to, it will. I have faith in you, so just believe in yourselves. Thank you.
We have come to the end of our program, but I would ask you to bear with me a few more minutes while I have a few additional thoughts. I like to take every opportunity I have to bestow upon these young men and women words I hope they will remember many years from now, both in times of struggle and in times of triumph. And parents, I know you will understand this. And students, I hope you will listen. Our world is changing. The values and teachings most adults in this room were raised with have become less common and less popular with the current culture of our young people. I think if you look around you in our public arenas and at our social media, this is very easy to see. I hear adults, myself included, saying to our young people, "You have it so easy. When I was your age, ... And in some ways that is true. The goods and services and opportunities the students sitting in front of you have and will have access to are limitless and unprecedented. But in other ways, it is a truly difficult time to be a young person. The generation of young men and women we are raising and teaching today are under tremendous pressure to blend into the background of their social sphere. Anything remarkable or outstanding is discouraged because blending in means less work and less pressure. Being men and women of character, with hearts for service, pursuers of scholarship, and leaders in the school and community, that is more difficult today. And that is why tonight is such an accomplishment. Not only have they each stood for something great and worthy, they have each done so amidst pressure not only from individuals in their social sphere, but from this generation at large, which no longer values the ideals as we used to. But students, I challenge you to continue doing this, to continue doing with purpose what we are recognizing you for here tonight. Often in the short run, but always in the long run, it is worth it. And so, since I am the only thing now standing in the way of everyone enjoying the refreshments at the back, I once again thank you for joining us this evening for the celebration of the tremendous accomplishments of these young men and women. I thank you not only for your presence here tonight, but also for your constant presence in their lives. The road to this accomplishment would have been considerably more difficult and perhaps even impossible without the support of everyone here. Please join me in congratulating the members of the National Honor Society.